Hello, this is Mike with Christian Meds. This week we're going to talk about depression, so let's get started. When it comes to depression it's something that affects a lot of Christians, even very devout Christians. It seems like the more and deeper you go down the path of Christianity, and the more that you end up looking at scriptures and starting to have a deep relationship with God, you keep yearning for it more and more, and you start disconnecting in some ways to this physical world. And because of this, a lot of people, including myself, struggle with depression from time to time. And it's almost kind of a natural aspect of Christianity when you start getting deeper and deeper down the path, because you start seeing sin in yourself and in other people more and more. Now, just because you see the sin doesn't mean you need to be beating yourself up over it. And this is some of the things that I feel like sometimes the church kind of misses the mark and doesn't, really even want to talk about. A lot of times I talk about, a lot of people go to church and they do the I'm okay church. Basically you show up on Sunday and somebody says, "Hey Mike, how was your week?" And you say, "Oh, I'm okay." And everything very superficial, don't go very deep, don't talk really about anything that's going on in your life. I was in an abusive marriage, and I would walk into a church, and consistently that was my answer, and nobody dug deeper, nobody knew, and a lot of times those barriers do get put up even when you are around people that could help. One of the things that I ended up doing was going to Celebrate Recovery, and through Celebrate Recovery and the steps through Celebrate Recovery, I was really able to get past that aspect of my life where I just didn't want anybody to know that I had problems, because everybody at church seemed like they had everything put together. They didn't have any issues at all. They weren't depressed. But maybe it's just a persona that they're putting out there. And you got to kind of remember that, I saw a post this week that basically somebody was asking, if you had the Holy Spirit in you, could you be depressed? And of course you could. The one thing has nothing to do with the other. Don't get me wrong, the whole thing with the joy that the Holy Spirit puts in your life, the joy that you can have as an anchor, a joy that nobody can take from you unless you let them take it from you. That joy, is so important. But with everything going on with the pandemic and all that, I am struggling. I had a lot of trouble getting up and going to work every day this week. But I did it. And but did I feel like every day calling in sick? Yep, sure did. It was all because of depression. Sometimes I don't feel like making a video. I try to make a video every week. Sometimes, my depression's bad and I don't feel like doing it. But I'm trying to basically say I'm going to be consistent. And if you are consistent in trying to improve your relationship with the Lord, those types of attitudes, those types of embracing of His Word, and basically His, music people produce that get inspired by Him, all those types of things can seriously change your state and change it from a depressed state, to a joyous state, because you have an anchor in the Lord if you trust in it. And that was really kind of the message I wanted to give out this week. I hope everybody has a very blessed week, and I'll talk to you soon.